Ladies and gentlemen, behold the green and gold.
Everybody wants to get his own crew rich, and then they want the other little people never get a piece of the pie. That don't only go for the cracker. That go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas and crackers can't stand me. You niggas that know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people and old people too, mostly black people. I'm talking to you. You can't do nothing if you're broke.
So now I ain't left with no school because I ain't have enough GPA or SAT. I didn't want to go to Union. So my coaches grabbed me. He said, man, come on, man. We're going to take a trip to Norfolk State. And that's where it started at, man, for real. And a lot of teachers, man, I want a teacher, man, for real, when I left high school. Because I only did enough in high school just to play football.
Right.
But I didn't realize it's life after football. So I almost ain't graduate for real because I had to pass one of my final tests with a 65. I got a 67 on it. So
So
I
you
was amped about that.
yeah.
And one of the teachers, man, she was my history teacher, man, older white lady, Miss Ellington. She was like, I said, yeah, I'm out of here. She said, Jermaine, come here. I was like, what? I passed, right? She said, yeah. She said, you scramble and study for the test just for a week, and look what you got. I managed you to put your mind to it and did it the whole time. I looked at her, and she was right, man. By the time I got to college, I had just had an attitude that I'm one-on-one, can't nobody beat me, man. I come to Norfolk State, and it was like two people that were supposed to be the strongest person. I went in the weight room one day with one of the guys, and I'm a freshman, and they were there working on with 315. I'm doing 365 for rough. They're looking at me. I'm looking at them like, man, who are you? I'm Teto. Riding the belly. That's who it was. Riding the belly.
Now you know
You
I
know,
had a chance to be in the weight room and see you in there doing that. So that
yeah,
people, I saw it. So I
he
saw
like,
it, man.
he said, where you from? I'm from Richmond, man, South Side. And walks out the jump. And another dude named Thomas Park, he supposed to be in the stuff like that. Yeah, I fed off that because you can't tell me nothing, man. So that's when Hawk, and we had another tight end, Scott Best from up north, and then Hawk. So Hawk really stepped up, man. For real, Hawk stepped in. Hawk would come down there in the lineman drill with us, the block. And we used to always joke him, man, for real. Because they wear Hawk, whenever Hawk run his switch, he's always high stepping like he Dion.
What's hard weighing? 29?
28.
28 is one of them, yeah.
Hey, look, he used to spat up in practice, man. I used to look at him and be laughing at him, man. And he was animated, man, for real, man. But hey, he was a hard worker. And
Yeah.
Hawk got his thing off a couple of times, man. And this crazy part about it. One game we was in there and Nooney, Nooney was the man. Nooney he was always target. Him and Blunt and I think Marty Conley was always target. Then boom, I think Boone got hurt. So they called the play in the huddle. And Nooney said, catch the ball, Hawk. So Hawk looking at him like, what? Man, catch the ball, man. And then Spur gave him that look. That's where Hawk caught his first touchdown at Foreman Field.
Foreman
You know what
Field.
I'm saying? Man, it was crazy, man. Hawk used to get his thing off, man, for real. Whenever time you get a chance to catch the ball, oh, it's a show. It was a show, man. He got the high step. He make 20 moves to get 1 yard.
So let me ask
Man,
you
we was
this. So now we got Norfolk State, we got football. Now we want to know what's happening when you finish at Norfolk. How's life then?
life, man. And this one I'm gonna tell every college student, man. And I had switched my major from business. I wasted 2 years in it. It won't waste because I use business now. I mean, switched to social work, and then I tell you in the college student now, know what you're gonna major in before you get there, and stick to the plan. How you plan. So now I switch social work, and the thing is, they say, oh, they need a lot of male social workers. You're gonna get a job as soon as you finish school. They gave me the big spiel. It didn't happen like that, man. Listen, man. When I first got to Nova State, the coach just said, "Stay away from the 7-Eleven. Don't go to Portsmouth." You talking to him, man? Yeah. I go where I want to go. You don't tell me where to go. Went straight to the 7-Eleven. Got me a big bite of the Slurpee. It was jumping over that jump. And my man Andre Woodley, man, this was crazy. I met Andre. I was in a weight room lifting weights one day. Man of my own business. I'm in there, man. People got, you know what I'm saying, looking at me like I'm crazy. I got like 400 pounds in there doing it for sets of 10. So I get up. He in there. He looking at me all crazy. I mean, what is? So I leave. So I go back to the dorm, and I got going. I go and take a shower. I'm in my room doing some homework or something. So somebody came knocking on the door. Somebody we knew, KC Henry. That's who. Because Chris and them went to all of them. They knew each other. So I heard Jason. Hey man, that's that dude that was in the weight room lifting weights. So I shut the door. He come knock on the door. He say, "Hey man, you want to come work the club?" I'm like, "What? No, we're gonna club. Get out my face." Slam the door on the nigga, man. I don't know this cat. You know what I'm saying? So Dre, he from up north. He kept on. And then one day he said, "Man, look, he came to me like this. Look, you come work at the club, make some money, man. Help me pacify such and such." So I'm like, I ain't doing that. Went start working the club. Guess the club I started working at.
Which one?
Don't go to Portsmouth. I go straight to Portsmouth, work at the upper deck
Oh man.
in the Hillswood. Bruh, I'm telling you, man, that's where it all began, man, for real. Man, I ain't never, look here, man.
So you plugged in. You start getting plugged.
Look, hey, look, one of my homeboy, I'm selling weed, nick bags. That's why I asked for the money. I mean, my mama, she scrambled, so I said, man, I can get money. I started selling nick bags in college, right? I'm working to the club. You can't bring the, remember I had the Philly blunts? They can't bring them, so they're having the box. So what I do, I take all these blunts, I sell my nick bag in the blunt for $5. I'm coming off. That's what I used to do. You know what I'm saying? I had to eat. So that what happened, man. I worked at a lot of clubs, man, for real, man, and done some crazy mess, man. Like I tell people, I said, man, I don't even supposed to be here, man. And then this the crazy part about it. After I left Nova State, I couldn't get no job, so I went back what I knew, and that's why I started really hustling at in Portsmouth. So
So
it
I got
was
a question
crazy.
for you. Tito, now, did you ever have any times running through that outer barber area and all that?
Yeah, listen. When I got to start, when I was working at the club over there, you had Alabama, Lincoln Park, all them people came through there. Jeffrey Wilson, the old North, all that, man. I remember in high school, I went to the old Northam for a wrestling tournament from Richmond. So I seen that, man, you know. So me going for real, me going to Portsmouth like me going back home to Richmond. Cause that's how it was. That's why it was so easy for me to adapt to that, man, for real. Yeah.
What
So I
do
mean,
people who ain't from that area down there, what do they not know about how rough Portsmouth is? Or
listen,
was?
man, was still is, and the crazy part about it, Portsmouth's small, man. But I'm telling you, it's like they had it like in Richmond, but see the crazy part of Portsmouth, all their projects are really in close proximity to each other. So it's like we don't bang with you from Lincoln Park or Dale's home. You got Ida Barber, Jeffrey Wilson, all that's right. I mean, look, it's a circle. Look at Portsmouth, and then you look at the projects and low income housing. They right like that's and then you imagine all this, man, beef and all that. That's how it was, man, for real, man. I didn't got it, man. But you know the stories behind me, man. Working at the club, doing all this was crazy, man. So
So how did
me
Tito,
doing
how deep did it go, brother? The kids need to know before they understand. How deep did it
when I
go?
when I, when I started bouncing and me being from Richmond and them guys from Portsmouth come up here and get to fighting, they told me they going to their trunk. I was raised by OGs in Richmond. You don't put no gun out here, no gun show. You pull it out, you better be using. So crazy part about it, man, I've been in so many shootouts in Portsmouth working at the club, and it came to a point where it was like when they came to the club, they're like, "Big man, we cool? Are we cool?" Because you gotta realize that's what I did. I bounced at the club. You can't threaten my life. So it became these big time door. They would come to the door. I used to work outside, Kyle. So I always kept the thing on me. So and it came, man. After that one time we got to shoot, they came back the next week and was like, "Hey, big time." They coming in with 10, 15 deep, right? Big man, we good. Back then, I was making $75 a night working at the club. I paid his guys in. He gave me $500. He said, "My brother and such are coming through. I got him." Big man. At one time, man, there's no lie. And the upper deck, the line was wrapped around the building,
I
right?
used to hear about that jump.
Listen, you know, so when you had the buses coming from Hampton and all the so they
Yeah,
come with it. So this is no guy, man. The guy guy named Tick, that's who he was. Tick came through with 15 of his boys. Big man, waving him up. You hear people in line, well, hey, man, all y'all shut the fuck up. I heard crickets out that joke. I was laughing. I
yeah,
pat them down. Good looking, big man.
yeah.
Man, you weeks ago, we just got to shooting out with this dude. But he saw we was bought that for real. I'm telling you, man. So that man, look, my mom ain't got to send me no money, Kyle. I'm
Right.
making all this money. So I'm going by weed, flip, I was, because I know my mom's scrambling. So once I finished school and can't get no job, I just went to what I knew best, man, for real. And
So
that's when
stepped
I
up.
mean, it's crazy, man. Like I did it because I couldn't get no job. It wasn't like I lazy. I mean, then the job that I did get, it was just crazy. I got the job and ended up leaving the job because I beat up one of the customers. One thing about weed, man, it's slow money, but it's for show money. But me, I ain't, and people to this day don't believe I never smoked or drank in my life.
I can believe it.
I never did it. I was just my addiction was money, man, for real. I had to get it. So once I start, you know what I'm saying, I was selling weed. I always kept weed for real. But then I said, man, I need to get some money. So went back to Portsmouth, hollered one of my homeboys. At this trap house, I bought an 8 ball of crack. And it was on from there. And then I was telling, man, I was making some money for real. And then moved up to that, caught my first break. And it was a wrap from there. I always kept weed back then in the early 90s, 2000, 98, that Dro was out.
Mm-hmm.
Dro was like 5,000 a pound.
Mm-hmm.
I kept 2 pounds of that, a few pounds of Reggie, had
Right.
coke, and then what really got me high, bro, I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I never should have done it, but me being me and who I was,
The pistols.
I never should have that boy, man.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That dog,
Yeah, I know.
I
I'm with you.
never should have, because where I was hustling out Cavalier Manor at a car wash, and downtown Portsmouth was all where all the dope is sold. So when I said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and cop me a 7 grams. 7 grams, I think that was like almost $700. But you break it down, you know what I'm saying, you triple it. So I went and bought that, man, and I said, man, I'm gonna do like a three month run with this.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst thing I ever could have done, man. Because that people come from downtown to Capitol Mountain for some dope, you got some fire. And I believe, man, I ain't sell no slum. Back in the day, we call it straight meth or missile. That's what I had all the time. So I started doing that, man. I make a run, and then you know what I'm saying. My name started ringing. I
Mm.
said, "Oh, you know what I'm saying." And I stopped for a minute, and then at my car wash for real, but people don't realize I made a lot of money at the car wash washing cars for real, because my God, man, I was back then, bro. Car wash was $12, so I pay my workers $5 a car plus they tip. But when I work with crackheads and dudes on dope,
Right.
and and look here, these guys had their own clientele. So now you got to look at this, man. They making money. Let me tell you how much money they made. Every when I start having a car wash, everyone when I come out, I had like 2, 3 guys on crack and 2, 3 guys on dope. I get them off each soon as I get there. Get my dudes on heroin, 2 pills of dope, get them a double crack, and they gone off to the races. Now they working. Now, mind you, I'm paying them for a car, $5 a car. I keep 7, they keep their chips. Bigger cars was like
15
uh
dollars, something like that. $20.
20 up. And I broke it even. They got their money. They didn't pay me back for what I gave them that morning. And they either buy a bundle of dope, which is 10 pills, is $100, or they buy a 8 ball of crack from me. And they still got money left over.
Hey,
That's car wash.
that was brilliant. You was killing them.
Look, that's just car wash.
I know.
Now, anybody want anything else, they can't see me. Man, I was, man, for real. People tell you, man, one couple of my homeboys used to ride me. I used to have a 44 under the front seat, my pistol grip Mossberg on the back seat, and I had one of them big bags. With, uh, I had a half a pound of dro bagged up. Uh, I had like 4 ounces of hard crack already for anybody want weight,
Right.
and I had dope. But see, when I come in, this how I was really killing them. I had 2 guys that smoke crack. I get them 50 dime bags, and my guys on her, I get them 50 pills of dope. So now, if you on crack, you go see the crackheads. If you on heroin, you go see the dope heads. So they the one doing the work.
Right.
Plus car wash. All at my spot. Anybody want to wait? They came to me. But that heroin got me real hot, man.
Yeah.
And
Of course it did.
one over came to the car wash one day. He passed away. Him and another one of my old heads, he locked up now. I come up there, I'm at the car wash, right? Had my Lincoln parked over there, and I'm off that junk with my Cuban link chain, my ring, my bracelet, you know what I'm saying? My Durangos and my jeans, my shirt, right? And it came through. They're like, boy, you shining, ain't you? I'm like, yeah. I'm looking at them, they looking at me real funny, like, yo, what are you doing? I'm not for I'm up that joint like, and then he said, man, come to the crib when you get off, man. I said, I'll be over there. Old heads let into me, yo.
Mm-hmm.
He said, man, why you up there with all this jewelry on, this and that, and you doing all that up there, man? What's wrong with you? They coming at my neck. I mean, like, and these guys from Portsmouth, they coming at my neck. He said,
Yeah,
man, don't
the
ever do
game.
that again. You know what I did?
What's that?
That next day, they see me with a white t-shirt, some jeans, and some Nike Aqua shoes on, washing cars.
Right.
They came through laughing. I see you over there. Yes, sir, you do. I had to learn that, man. I mean, I'm already big, so I don't need to be seen too. But man, I mean, it was respect, man, for real. The old heads back then, when they knew what you were doing, and you always played fair. I played fair with everybody, man. And
How to fold up.
this what happened, man. Now I'm really getting, like I say, we come to Newport News. I'm with my man's. He got a club over here.
Now hold up, Tito. You owe us this because you are a lens for stuff that
Right.
people don't know. Listen, before you tell us the final and what happened, tell people about Newport News. That's where Iverson from, right?
That's where AI from. The crazy part about it, the club that I worked at, I had, I was hustling, and then I stopped bouncing the club, and I was just getting money. And some people that had the club then, I knew them. And he said, man, I need you to come to the club. I'm like, I'll come over there. So I come over there. I'm about money. So he said, man, I need your help. What you need my help for, man? You know what I do. He said, man, I need you to come be my security. I said, for what? He said, man, I need your help over here. I need some security over here. So this group of guys had the club. So I came and checked it out. He said, man, you help me out. Now, mind you, he gonna pay me 150 a night. Dog, I make that in one sale. But I'm loyal. He know me because I met him in Nova State. And he got so ended up going over there, man, in 1851. AI used to come there. A lot of people don't know about AI. AI is a loyal dude.
Yeah.
When I say loyal, loyal. And I mean he show up in the drop top Bentley, all that, the lamb, all that. And he come party in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that had beef, he was the first one to hook off. I'm looking at the dude. Cool dude. I'm telling you, man, for real, man. I done one of his events at Harpoon Lawrence back in the day. And doing security up there, he gonna leave. He see a little kid. The little kid know he was up there, so he ride his scooter up there. He said, yeah, how you doing, man? Can I y'all go? He said, sure. He said, man, this your scooter? He said, yeah. He said, can I ride it? He said, yeah. Hey, I ride the scooter around the parking lot, man. That little gave him some money and left. That's what type of guy he was. So one of his homeboys is created Joe Prince, man. Rest in peace, Joe. He I told Joe one day, I said, man, tell AI that he don't have to prove he a lawyer dude. I said, man, these people push his button for him to swing on it, then they sue him. And you know what I'm saying? And Joe told me, he was always cool, man, for real. And but that Newport News, once again, over there, guys, you know what I'm saying? When that mouth barking, got the shootout over there, knocking guys all over there. It was just crazy, man, for real, man. It got real wild right before I went in, where it was becoming a point where I didn't even care no more. Guys, he gonna kill me? No, I'm unloading it. They tell me they're going to the trunk. You think I'm gonna let you get to the trunk? Unloading it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys used to talk that trash, man, about what they're gonna do. And one of the guys that I knew, what happened, somebody said something slick. What? Before I knew it, I'm on the way back across the water. I done dropped all 8 shells with the Mossberg in the car. And then the guy said one day, he said, man, a lot of people talk what they do, but you do it.
Did you ever you mentioned Superstar Jewelry and Black and them. Did you ever do anything down Granby Street and those clubs down there?
No, I didn't. I mean, I knew about them because my people used to go to them and all that. I knew Black, I seen Black and all of them because they used to come to the same class I used to work at. Come through, see them. You just always respect me. How I grew up, man, for real. Somebody getting money, you don't hate on them. What's up, man? Keep it cordial. It's too much money for real for everybody. For everybody think you gonna get all the money. No, that ain't. You gonna end up getting, what I'm saying, something done to you trying to be greedy. It's too much. And there's always respect with them guys. I mean, they always was respect, man, for real. And
Tito,
these people that I know, they know I don't drink or smoke, so they ought to know. Hey man, get that dude some chicken wings. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
That's what it was, man.
Tito, let me ask you this, man. Because this golden information for these youngers because we almost there. What we going with the last two steps is how did your fall come and you end up in the penitentiary?
Man, this what happened, man. It's crazy. I was just talking to my wife now that I'm married to, and she knew the crazy part about it. I knew her before I got locked up, and she never knew what I did until I got locked up. I was getting it, man. And what happened? A dude I knew, he would come to me, and I would give him an 8 ball for $100. He go sell it to somebody that's 150. This is what I'm telling you. He goes, so I'm looking out for him. So he killing them. I learned that recipe, JC, say your weight wet. The man taught me how to do that. So I'll give him an 8 ball for $100. He goes 7 for 150. So boom, boom. Start going. The dude that I was giving it to, he said, man, this dude want to meet you. He want more. So I ended up selling him 2 ounces of weed, 14 grams of hard. Okay. Time go on. I sold him that. I guess now I then another guy come up, and all this happened around the same time. I'm talking to this guy. Kind of funny, he's an informant. Another guy he turned on to another guy. He was like, man, this guy needs some work. I said, man, I'm trying. I'm saying, I'm trying to get some work. Cause by this time, my plug ain't doing nothing, and ain't nobody got nothing. The prices was high. I'm trying to stay afloat. I might have 9 in the cut, so I'm really trying to. Try to stay up on game. So, guy come to my car wash. Long story short, he's an undercover. So I like, he said, man, I get you two bricks at 20 a piece. Word? All right, so we link up. So now, the guy that I sold the 2 ounces of weed in the harder, guess what happened? I laid on, because I know people, I laid on, found out, they said, man, they said, Teto, you know that dude such and such? I like, yeah. Man, he's a snitch, man. I said, what? They said, yeah, man, he's a snitch. I said, nah. So now, me being who I am, the same dude I supposed to buy these 2 bricks from, which is undercover, right?
Mm.
I called him. I said, hey man, y'all know such a snitch? What type of time what y'all doing, man? Don't call my number. So now they gotta come get me now. Cause I done found out the whole operation. So now when they go get him, the dude, I think his name was Tom, they go try to get him. Guess what happened?
Mm.
He done smoked all the weed and crack up. That's the evidence.
Gone.
So my people comes back to me and say, yo, you know that dude Tom? They said, man, he was beat up, messed up. They didn't beat him up, the police, because so now they come get me. And this way it come in, he said, man, you ready to get that? I said, yeah. I had this gut feeling, bro, for real, was just eating at me. I never took the money. I put my 44 in the house. I left my Mossberg in the trunk. So I go up there. I supposed to meet him at the McDonald's. So I pull up. Anytime you make a deal like that, you always surveil it. You get there to look around. So boy, I'm over there. I see like 3, 4 undercovers over there. I said, oh no. So I get some. I said, man, it's police over here, man. Y'all tripping. He said, well, go to the Exxon. We'll meet you over there. So how I knew it was going down, I'm in Military Circle parking lot. But the janitor security truck is behind me. I pull in the Exxon, man. Next thing you know, they jump off 15 deep. Don't move. We'll blow your fucking brains out. So what I'm saying? I got my hands up. They going to chunk. Where the money at, Teto? We know you got it. I don't know what y'all talking about. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying a word. So boom, they ain't found no money. And that's when the undercover guy said, man, make it easy. I'm looking at him. I ain't saying nothing. So these fools, they got my file. 2 files. They got me and the dude that turned me on to the informant. I later found out that he got direct sale to an undercover agent. I got direct sale to a CI. Long story short, he got probation. I got time.
Mm-hmm.
They charged me for possession of firearm while in possession of controlled substance. You know what the controlled substance was?
What?
They found a pill of dope in my trunk of my car.
One pill?
One pill, bro. Listen, remember I told you that heroin got me hot? They had started watching me for the car lot across the street, man.
From the car wash.
I was the car lot across the street from my car lot, and they was watching me. One of my homeboys I was by my door for told me, he said, bro, you need to slow down. They watching you from Sean's Auto. I said, for real? So that's when I had stopped, but I was still getting money. And they jumped out of me car for real, man. If I'd have flinched, man, they'd have blew my brains out. So I see that picture in there, and they question me. So I ain't saying that. So me being me, me. I said, I got a question. They said, what's up, Tito? They called me like they know me. I said, man, why y'all jump out with them guns like on me, man? You know what they told me?
Yeah.
Tito, we known you to carry big guns, and we'll use them. I just dropped my head and ain't say nothing else, man. So when it came to the Portsmouth charge, because I sold to the informant in Portsmouth, he smoked the evidence, so I beat that. Well, I went to Norfolk. When I went to Norfolk, I had the gun charge and the pill of dope. My mistake to any of these young boys, if you're in the street, you're in the street, I understand that. Never take a lawyer from another city to fight your battle. And that's where I messed up at. Because if I'd have got Robinson before he died, I'd have got probation. Most time I probably got 2 years. I didn't do that. And that's why I messed up at. But it was time for me to go, man, because how I was living at that time, man, I ain't had no problem fighting or shooting. It was just, and I would end up dead early. So, and then the crazy part about it, man, I was having dreams of this gate in a tower. I'm home, but I'm having these dreams. And when I did get locked up, I was going out to the weight pile. And as soon as I opened the door to go to the weight pile, it was that same gate in that watchtower.
Mm.
And that's when, man, for real, and that's how it went down, man.
What the sentence? What was the sentence, Tito?
They gave me 5 years, man. They,
Five
they
whole.
put me they put me under the exile law back, and when they passed that, that's what they put. But I never should have got 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I never should have got it, but I guess that was God telling me, man, you need to sit down, before I sit you down for good. And that was real talk, man, for real. So, and man, that's what happened, man, for real. And I look back on that, man. One of these guys in the program says, he said, take your split second to get in trouble. but a lifetime to get out of it.
So tell us,
Look,
man, how did you get in the sheriff department and all that? Like, how we get where we at now?
listen, man. Like when me being how I was, right before I got locked up, I got a job working in the group home. Thinking
Okay.
when I go to court, yeah, he's working this and that. They was at me, bro. I had messed their whole investigation up. I mean, messed it up. So they had to we got to get them. So I did the time. As soon as I got back, like 12 months before I came home, I wrote the group home. They said, come on home. We got you. So came home, started working, man. Got set myself so I get my license. I started doing that. I hit the street running. And I went to this joint in Richmond with a training. And it clearly state anybody with a felony before this time can work in the field. But if you catch it after that time, you can't work. So I made that. I made it. So
Yeah.
I started working with kids, man. And what happened in 2017, my background started popping up. I was 20 some years in the game, and man, I was getting let go from job because my background. And man, one lady, I was working at an alternative school. The principal, she was so upset. She was crying. Tito, can you do it? I'm like, man, I can't do nothing because people have seen change. I was good with the kids, man. And what happened, man, I did my research, man, and I called a lady in Richmond, and when she said this child is just unusual. I mean, she broke it all down to me, man. She was like, this child is unusual. And she said, but the way it's said, you can't, I had to work with somebody that wasn't funded by mental health services. I said, man, that's everybody. She said, yeah, I know. So, man, I work different jobs, man. And crazy part about it, I lost one job right after I bought my house. Then I started working. I mean, I didn't want to hit the streets no more for real. Because I knew where it was going to lead to. One day he said, Tito, I want to do a program for the youth, man, because he knew I worked with him. And he said, I want you to be a part of it. Like, I just let me know, Mr. Bott, I got you. Now, mind you, remember Jay-Z said when you blessed to be in the room, you learn something. But when you get a chance to sit at the table, you have some input.
Mm-hmm.
Chance to be in the room and sit at the table with this guy. And the crazy part about it, he went to the sheriff of Portsmouth and said, I want to do this program. I want you to be. He said, yeah, sure. So boom. All right. He said, man, go talk to Mr. Battle, man. Let him know, man. I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? It's always G. So I looked at him, man, when we working the job, I said, man, you know my background. He said, I know. Just God working. So I go see Mr. Battle. I said, Mr. Battle, I just want to come to you, man, and let you know Colonel Waters got a job for me. He's for real? That's good, Tito. I told you, man, stick to my plan. This what he already told me. He said, man, do this. I'm telling you. So, Colonel Waters called me there, went down there, filled the paperwork out. I'm in the TV room. And my homeboy said, man, you police. Yes, I am, sir. How you do that, man? Man, it ain't me, it's God, man.
So Tito, tell
Because
us, you current legal and everything?
what? Man, look here. Let me explain something about my journey with this. I got my rights to vote back, right? Got them back. I got my rights to carry a firearm to purchase. See, the people don't know. This crazy part people don't know, bro. When you get your right to get your gun, it's a my junk. And I'm gonna tell you how God worked, man. He had to put me through some stuff. People say, yeah, I got my rights back. You look at their papers, oh, you can carry a gun. That's it. You can't purchase, transport, or anything. My junk, cause Colonel Waters, he's an undersheriff. He know about all this. Very smart. He looked at my paper. I showed him my paper. He looked at me and started smiling. He said, "Oh, your junk for real, for real." I got my right. I can carry. purchase, transport firearms.
That's
Got
big.
that
That's
back.
huge.
Look, got my conceal. Went from having a whole closet full of illegal guns to a whole closet of legal guns instead of getting it. And a lot of people don't. I'm gonna break this down to the young kids too. People say, "Man, you get your record expunged, not if you get found guilty or convicted, but you can get it sealed." They don't tell you that. Getting the record sealed is just like getting expunged. They can't see none of your past. To get where I'm at now, man, for real, and it's wild, man. It's really wild. And I done missed all. It's so much stuff that happened. Man, I could do this for another couple of hours because it's been so much. But the key points of this, man, I made it.
Yes.